Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
We're going to wait for our Instagram to get up and running here. Takes a few seconds for that to pop through. And then we're going to start up. And we're live on Instagram too. Hello, everyone. It's William here and Andrew from Allegory Gallery. We're in our home office today. We've been doing a lot of stuff at home, like finding lots of these goodies for you around our personal collection. So today we're going to have some collectibles, some artist beads, lots of good stuff.
And random things.
And random stuff in there too. But all from our personal collection. So I hope you like it. I got a cat over here.
All kinds of things.
Miss Ida Bell. She's making some talking noises and trying to eat cables. Do not.
That's their favorite.
Do not.
We're not going to have the kittens very long.
That's what we said about Barnaby and Gilbert. And they're bad. So how are you all doing? It's been a day today. Jen was in the store today, and thank you to Jen for watching over the store today. I know she had a few people in the door today. I don't know if we had any people in for class. I don't think so. I didn't get any class project pictures. So that usually means that she didn't have anyone in for class. But that's kind of expected when we have the holidays here. So everyone's out shopping and they're not making stuff. But maybe they're shopping for stuff to make at home. That would be good too. But we did have a few sales in the store today, so that was great. I see Sandra is here, Teresa is here, Suzanne is here. Thank you all for being here. Marianne has joined in. Facebook user says, hello, William and Andrew. Sorry I've been around. Really busy since I got home. Don't know who you are, but that's okay. We know people get busy. We get busy. That's why we haven't been doing this every weekday, because things have been happening, right?
We've
been trying our best here this week to get on as much as possible. Let's see. Sandra says, did you get my email? It's about a possible buyout. I did not. I did not get through my email today because we weren't in the store. But we'll take a look after. Hello, Harry. Thank you for joining in. Sandra says, thank God it's Friday. That's great for most people. For us, it's kind of a 7-day work week every week, as any of you who are self-employed know. So Friday really doesn't have much of a difference meaning than any other day. But yes, for those of you who get a weekend, that's good, right? I know you don't get much of one either, Sandra, because you have your own business too, in addition to working another job, right? Norma is with us today. Thank you all for joining in. Cindy has joined in. Let's see, who do we have on Instagram? Looks like Kathy Daly is joined in. And Antomayo. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Antomayo. Antomao. And Barbara McFadden is here too.
Oh, hi,
She's
Barbara.
joined in. So I'm going to try and keep track of everything going on over here. But my desk is kind of spread apart right now.
We had to do a little bit of tidying.
We did a little bit of tidying, didn't get enough done. I got my desk a little bit cleared off, at least, so I actually have desk space here again, at least a little bit. Let's see here. Cindy's now over on YouTube. Thank you for joining us over there. Sandra says, no, my regular job is over and I can focus on the biz. That's good.
Did you move yet?
I don't think she's moved yet, right? You're still looking at stuff, I think. I know you visit a lot of places, though. Donna says, my studio looks like a bomb went off. You don't even want to see this.
This isn't that bad.
He says it isn't.
You know, my studio is worse, and it's not just because of me.
Okay.
You have a clear space in front of you.
Because I just made it.
Correct.
I don't know. I set some books on your bench in your studio the other day, yesterday, and there was a clear space there for those books.
This must be for enamel.
So, yeah, it's been a crazy day. Tomeo, long A, and Tomeo. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Oh, I know you.
Andrew's like, I know you now that he's pronouncing it right. Donna says, I mean, I haven't put up anything since the show on 12/2. Yeah. Sandra says, no, I saw 20 houses, and the house I just was ready to make an offer on sold. Oh, no, was that the one you showed? I was wondering. It looked nice. Yeah, it's hard, right? They say the housing market isn't great right now, but we've heard a number of people who have tried to buy and, well, either having an issue because it's not a good market or they're selling pretty quickly. I don't know. But hopefully you find something you like soon, so you can get that chapter open in your life, right, and get it started. So today we have, like I said, collectibles.
It's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, collectibles, art beads. That was the title of the show because it's like, what do we title this? Instead of just random lots of goodness, which that's a pretty good title too. Yeah, we did RL lots already. Catherine says, hello, dear souls. May I ask how you're feeling, William? I am feeling okay. I'm run down this week. We're both run down this week because of so much going on and so much to worry about and so much. But heart-wise, I'm doing okay. My medications are working, which I'm not sure if it's just that or if I'm just not going into AFib again, which is a good thing. But so far, so good. Marion says, a clear space to work. What's that? If it's clear-ish, there's usually a cat on it. Well, yes, I definitely had cats on it. And I hear somebody biting something. It's making me nervous. We have had like 4 or 5, all 5 cats in this room. Some of them cuddling close to the heater, some of them fighting with each other in the window. It's been a wild ride today. Sandra says, yep, I was going to make an offer today and it sold yesterday. There's where that sound was coming from. And I looked and didn't even see them. The kittens are still small enough that they can hide. I can't see them sometimes. Cindy, like and share. Thank you so much. Yes, please like and share. Let's see. Detroit Locks has joined us over on Instagram. Thank you all. If you're over on Instagram, please say hi. I'm trying to keep it. Let's say I got to look over here. I have one computer over here and I have the phone over here where we're talking to you. The Instagram comments don't come up in the comments section along with our YouTube and Facebook ones. So we have to have a separate place to look at the Instagram stuff. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for joining us. And if you didn't know, if you haven't been tuning in the last few days, we are streaming live now on Instagram as well as Facebook and YouTube. StreamYard has finally got the okay from Meta, from Instagram to be able to connect and stream all together with everyone. So Instagram is now, we're going live on Instagram. We enjoy seeing people over there on Instagram. It's good. It's good times. I hope I'm live over there because my face is not moving over there. So hopefully you're seeing something if you're on Instagram and I'm not frozen over there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I know with everything going on today.
Mercury.
The way today's been.
Today's not too bad. I feel like we just have a lot.
We've had a lot. And today I got a little break from the store because, like I said, Jen was in. She was doing classes today if anyone came in. So that was nice for me. It's been the first day I've had off in a while and got to do some work from home. I even took a mid-afternoon nap, which was kind of amazing. And then we got right to working on figuring out all this stuff for the live and digging through our personal collections for this. So hopefully y'all like this. Let's see. Harry says, I'm finishing up my Etsy shop next Saturday. Looking forward to new possibilities. Going.
Gilbert got locked in the room.
Oh.
I heard a cat.
I was like, I didn't even.
A little bit of a scrabbling. And it was him knocking on. You know how he quietly knocks on the door.
Yeah. Going out in the black, so at least that's good, says Harry. That's good. We pointed a bunch. I don't know if you saw yesterday's show, Harry. We pointed a bunch of people over to you for some of, if there's any of your frozen Charlottes over there yesterday. We were talking about that, and that's good. You're going out in the black, right? No, in the reds.
Yeah, somebody was bragging about running their business in the red, and I was like, I don't think that's the way.
I mean, that shows strength for sure, but I don't know that's not how I want to do things.
I was like, I don't know if you know the difference between red and black, but
Sandra says, I bought quite the stash at a bead store that is closing on Saturday.
I saw that. And
Sandra says, IG is working fine. Just check it. Thank you. Yeah, so hopefully, I see you just popped up over there. Sweet Pea Gemstones joined. Marion says, I missed yesterday's start of the live by about 15 minutes. I needed to sleep. I get it. I needed to sleep today. Andrew's been up all night. He was painting like a crazy person.
Trying to get stuff done.
He's like, I painted so hard I got myself a blister.
I did. I don't know how you do that, but I guess I was gripping that paintbrush so hard. I got a
Sometimes
blister.
I do look, you're like, grip down on that one.
Yeah, I know, which is not good. Less than ideal. Like I was in Sulubi's class, and they have a sgraffito technique, but it's actually really hard to scratch into the spray paint.
It's steel, right? You're scratching
onto the steel.
Yeah.
And so not only does it make a horrible sound, but it also makes your hand hurt. Yeah. And so their stylus that they were using, they had like all this like vet wrap. Do y'all know what vet wrap is? It's that bandage that sticks to itself but doesn't stick to your skin or whatever. It's usually for like if a dog hurts itself or something.
It doesn't stick to all the hair, but it sticks to itself.
Yeah. And so they had their stylus and it was like wrapped real heavy and thick. And I was like, I wonder why they did that. And then after like 5 minutes of scratching away, I was like, oh, I see why. The shooting pain.
Marion says, I got my noble creature today. Love my links. Awesome.
Good.
Harry says, I missed yesterday altogether. I fell asleep. Well, we did books yesterday. Andrew did his book sale. A number of you grabbed a bunch of those books. There are still a bunch of them. Well, not a bunch.
Maybe we'll do an album.
Yeah, there are still some books available. So if you're interested in any of those. And also, I have not invoiced for those yet because I did the spreadsheeting, but I didn't invoice because we want to see if any of you who made claims after someone else already claimed, if Andrew has more than one copy that he's willing to part with. And so we're going to go through the bookcase and see if any of those have doubles so that we can get as many books out to as many of you that wanted them as we can. So we'll be doing that probably today, no, probably tomorrow. Harry says, I will still be making and selling somewhere. That's good. We hope so. We like your stuff, Harry. And like I said, if anyone ever needs help with starting a Shopify or something like that, we're happy to help. We're versed in a lot of the stores and a lot of the things that people do. So if anyone ever needs any help, feel free to reach out. I had a bow, stay out of the garbage. Yeah. So how is everyone? Let's do a check-in.
Tired.
Andrew's answering already. Let's do a check-in, everybody, because I know we always give you the ability to say what's going on and all that, but let's do a real check-in. If you're out there watching, let us know how you're doing.
tired.
Andrew's answering tired. I'm a little worn out myself. I'm frazzled, I would say, is more. I'm having a hard time processing thoughts because my brain has just been going a lot. And
I will say I'm happy Barnaby's doing a lot better.
Yes, we are extremely happy. He went outside today. He did a big, long walk around the yard today. We stayed out there because I had the time off from the store. Normally, we only get out there for like 5 minutes before I have to go. But we went out there probably for a half hour or so today. We don't let him stay out too long because it's cold. But he has been telling us when he wants to come in. And he's been staying out longer and longer. We stayed out a good long time today. And because mentally, I think that does him very good.
He gets so depressed if he doesn't.
Yeah, if he doesn't get to go out or downstairs, which he's been getting to go downstairs a lot, but if he doesn't go out, you can tell he gets depressed. And even on a normal, when he's doing fine and everything's good, sometimes in the morning he doesn't like to eat as much, and then we take him out, and when he gets to go out and he gets to come in, then he runs over to the food bowl and just like chomps down.
He's happy.
He's happy and he's ready to eat and start his day. So we've been trying to take him out, and we went out and stayed out for a good long time today in the yard and just hung out. It wasn't too cold today. It was pretty nice, actually. So yeah, and Gilbert went out with us a little bit too. So
you'll have to post the video because it's pretty cute.
Yeah, he was out rolling around on the driveway, which was super cute. Speaking of cats and open spaces, I have Gertie here. Would you like to say hi, Gertie? Ooh, she just said hi by knocking the camera. There she is. That's the Gertie girl.
I have to lock them out.
That's a Gertie girl. Oh, good girl. Okay. So we're happy he's doing much better. He's feeling better. He's eating. He's asking to eat actually now. He's meowing again to tell us he's hungry. He came down this morning, and he was coughing a little bit last night, but it's not as bad as he has been. And he was up a few times. He slept with me, which every time I moved, it wakes him up and he starts coughing sometimes, but he likes to sleep with us. So he came down and he ran down to the kitchen today waiting to eat. So that was a really good sign because he, for a few days, was not eating at all, would not even smell food. So we've gotten him eating again, and he's eating on his own. And we think, hopefully, knock on wood, he's on the mend. He seems like he's doing really well. So we're happy about that. Let's see here. Marion says, please don't tell me you have multiple copies of Beads of the World. Why, Marianne?
I have more.
Why don't you want us to have multiple copies? I'm trying to remember if you got that one or not. I don't remember the ones you got. Sandra says, I got my noble creature today. Thank you. Love it. It's a Christmas gift. Good. I thought it was supposed to show up. I thought, what day is today? I thought it was supposed to show up yesterday. See, the mail's delayed because it was marked as yesterday. I'm glad you got it though today. A strand of pearls were lovely. Good. I'm glad you like those. You got a good strand. I saw those because Barb had the number transposed and she's like, I can't find this number. Where are these numbers? And then we looked at it again. It's like, oh, so she found it. And I was like, oh, she got a nice strand. She's going to be happy with those. Donna's tired, but all my decorations are up except the tree. So glad to hear Barnaby is better. Thank you. Amanda says, I've heard a lot of are closing their Etsy shops lately and moving to Shopify. Yeah, I've heard a number of people closing Etsy shops, and a number of people have been talking about how expensive they are. One of our friends is like, when I sell something, it's like they take a 30% chunk of that, and then I have to pay free shipping, so I have to pay the shipping on that. And yeah, it's... Etsy started out, I think, as a really good place for handmade things. And then, of course, as a lot of things do, as they start growing and pleasing all the stockholders and all that good stuff, things get crazy sometimes. And unfortunately,
I remember when Etsy used to be around the corner from where I lived, and I took an etching class with Max Goodman, and they didn't really have a classroom, so they set us up in this, like, basically a broom closet.
So they had a physical location there.
And you could go in, and then they were like, "Oh, you want to hang out? We're doing photo shoots for the website." And so they're doing these like fashion photo shoots, and they're like, "Have a PBR," and like hang out on the roof and all kinds of stuff like that.
That's cool.
But that was before they went public.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing is like, well, that we could get into a whole thing about shareholders and corporations and pleasing the shareholders instead of the public or the people using it, right? But that happens. That happens nowadays more than not, I think. Teresa called a friend of mine who has a birthday today. Lost some short-term memory, but he had a great chat about old movies he likes. That's good. That's nice. Sandra's thankful for the next 4 days off, working a gemstone buying guide. Working a gemstone buying guide, free offer. Don't know what that means, but
probably a blog.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Marion, my cats all need a little snack when I refill the bowl. I think they do most of their eating at night. Yeah, we don't have dry bowls, so they get fed in the morning and in the evening, and they get lots of wet food. And though lately they have been letting their wet food dry overnight, and in the morning they eat crunchies.
They make their own. They
dehydrate their own, which is kind of gross looking, but Barnaby has been eating those the most, so we're kind of letting that happen. Usually I take everything and scrape it into the garbage real quick, but I found that he has been liking that the most, so I'm letting it happen for now.
He likes crunchies.
Yeah, he does like crunchies. He grew up in part of a time when we were still doing crunchies, so I think he misses them sometimes. Sandra said she's so cute. Everyone's saying hello to Gertie. Harry's cooking supper, tuna noodles with peas. That sounds good. I haven't had that, like a tuna noodle casserole with peas or something like that, or in a saucepan. We haven't had that in a while because we don't eat tuna, but I do kind of miss that. Closer to Fine has joined us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us out there. Trying to boost that those Instagram views out there. So please feel free to share, let people know we exist, tag us on Instagram. Oh, Marion says, because I bought a copy from Thrift Books. I see. That's a good idea, though. Saying, Harry, that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. Amanda said we had lasagna again. I made a huge pan the other day, and it still tastes so good.
I don't know what we're having for dinner.
I don't know either. It's getting late, and we didn't plan dinner yet. And this is not a short show. We've got over 50 some lots for you.
But they'll be quicker.
Maybe. Yeah, we're not going to be talking about like we did the books.
Oh, I will.
He's like, oh, I will still. I'll just have to keep pushing things through. Just like, next. We got to eat. Threw my penny on the ground and getting excited now.
Thinking about food.
I know. I get excited about food. But lasagna is usually always good the next day or the day after that. Like, I feel like lasagna is better after it has sat for a day or two. Donna said Etsy got greedy is what it is. Happens because they have to please the shareholders. Cheryl's with us. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Amanda says, I love the first version of Etsy. Only handmade was allowed on it. Yeah.
Now there's a bunch of...
Now it's just import,
stuff.
knockoff stuff. You got to be careful what you're buying. Yeah, at first it was great because if you bought something, you knew it was coming from someone.
My favorite thing was this thing called Alchemy. Do you all remember that? So you could put, like, I want this thing, and then people would look and bid on your projects.
Oh, I don't remember that. Was that on Etsy? Part of Etsy? I don't remember. I wasn't following Etsy at the very beginning because I wasn't in the handmade anything back then.
I got this, you know that IKEA couch that we have?
Mm-hmm.
I got that slip cover, that green
Oh yeah,
one.
I remember you ordered that.
And they made a custom slip cover for the IKEA couch. And she even drove to an IKEA to measure
the couch.
Get the measurements exactly right. And I think it was like $50. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize that they did that.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was like Fiverr, but for handmade crafts.
Marianne says, I had German and servalat salami. Is that a word I don't know, or is that a misspelling? I don't know what that is. Cervelat. That's a new one to me. Harry says, that sounds good. So it must be something I don't know. Amanda says, oh, saying agreeing to people, talking back to people. Danette is joined in. Hello, Danette. Thank you for joining us. Mary says, only Loki really likes wet food. Yeah, my mom's cat, she has tried so hard to convert him to wet food, but he just does not want it. He's a dry food boy. So I know some cats are like that. Danette says, when are we to take pictures of our creations for the contest? January 26th. It's in the blog. The reveal date is January 26th. So that is the only time you should post your creations for the contest. Again, if you ever forget anything, look to the blog. We will be updating the blog post with more information as things go on. So you can go ahead and bookmark that if you'd like to. We'll also be sharing more information in the design challenge group as time goes on about where to post your photos and all that, but we're not telling you yet. We're not creating the album yet because it's nowhere near time. And as I told someone else today, if we tell you now, either people start posting too early or you lose track of where that information is by the time it's time to actually post.
We just end up saying the same thing over and over. Yeah.
So we will give you more information on where and how and what kind of pictures to post and how many to post and all that good stuff.
Don't worry about it. You have time.
Yeah. January 26th, though, is the reveal date. And again, that is in the blog post. So you can always refer back to the blog. Let's see. Sent a pair of earrings to Texas today, says Amanda. So that was good. That's nice. You sold a pair there or send it to a friend? Stew is better the second day too, says Marianne. Yep. Chili, stews, lasagna, even casseroles sometimes. Sometimes the casseroles get dry the second day. So that's a thing. Danette says, did you send the invoices for the book lots? No, we talked about that earlier. I know you just joined in. We did not yet because we still have to go to the cottage and find out if Andrew has a third or fourth or fifth copy of any of the books that somebody wanted. So we get the most books to the most people. If I send the invoices right now, then you're going to think you didn't get it. And then if we follow up with another invoice, you're going to be like, what's this invoice for? So we will send those invoices. Most likely we'll be up at the cottage again tomorrow.
Generally, it takes a day or two.
Yeah. And I've been trying to do, I know I have been very on top of things lately. So it's been happening like the same day in a lot of cases, but no. Because a lot of people double claimed, and we want to make sure if Andrew has a third copy, for example, that someone else can also get that book. Marianne says, spelled correctly, it's actually similar to German salami. I miss salami. That is one of the things, being a vegetarian, I miss like those meats. Salami, pepperoni.
And the fake one don't cut it.
No, the fake ones do not feel the same. They do not, satisfy that urge. No. Like sospressata and all that, like prosciuttos. Oh, those I do miss, I have to say. I do miss. Hello, Lorraine. Thanks for tuning in. Susan, our neighbor, is here. Thank you for joining us. Amanda says, I sold a pair. Nice.
Oh, good.
Rosie's having spaghetti. Thanks for joining in, Rosie. Let's see here. And Tomeo says they're advertising now for what it's worth. On Etsy, yes, they are doing more advertising, but and I don't know if they've changed this. When we were on Etsy, we left Etsy a long time ago. We have one product there or something just to keep it active.
You don't know they take a cut if they buy from, if you get, if
Yeah.
they advertise your product and it sells, they get a cut.
Yeah. So
on top of.
So they would not allow us, first, they wouldn't allow us to advertise. They wouldn't advertise for us if we didn't offer free shipping, which we didn't. So they told us we're not going to advertise for you. And then a few months later, just before we quit, they started charging us advertising fees, which we didn't even know we agreed to, but apparently you do just by doing it. So they do charge you for those advertising fees. And there's a separate fee schedule for those that show up in your billing. So yeah, it's a rough one.
I mean,
and if they're advertising for everyone, then it's really no better than not advertising. Right?
I mean, if that is what you're comfortable with and that's where your customers can find you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who do very robust businesses on Etsy. And just because it didn't work for us, it doesn't mean that it won't work for you.
No, some people make lots and lots of money. It depends what you're selling. It depends what kind of stock you have of it. It depends on a lot of things. And if your customers are there or where they are. Our customers, Etsy for us, and kind of was one of those places that it ended up being a lot of more problems than it was worth in a lot of cases.
Like it would oversell stuff.
It would oversell some of our stuff for some reason. I don't know why. Or we seem to get more customer service issues than ever before from the people buying on Etsy. So for us, it was just one of those things that it was an easy decision once the fees started getting higher to be like cutting that out.
Oh my gosh, there were so many problems.
And also says, I've just seen more Etsy ads on TV. I've left, but my daughter does well on there. And it's too jewelry saturated now.
Well, we also had thousands of products. Yeah. And so when you get a relisting fee, it's not small.
No.
And then also, they would do things like they would freeze money in accounts. And like if a customer complained, even if it was a fake complaint, they would freeze your account.
Held up things. It was not. For us, it didn't work. For some people, I know it works really well. And good for them, especially if they have a huge following. I know Jen still does all her stuff on Etsy. Jen, our teacher, and who does J&T Creations, who does our tutorials. She does on Etsy, but she is looking to also move off because of everything that's going on. I think she's seen a decline, and also they limit a lot of stuff that she's allowed or not allowed to post.
Oh yeah, we can't sell amber beads.
Can't sell amber at all because somebody had a lawsuit because a baby choked on an amber chewing, a teething bracelet. And so they won't allow amber on. So if you make anything with amber, it's supposed to be amber under a certain size, but they have nixed every single amber thing that Jen has tried to post.
Well, our friend is one of our customers. She bought all these amber beads, amber bee beads that we sell. And she tried to put them in her creations, and they wouldn't let her do it.
Yep.
And so she spent a lot of money on those bees, and then
couldn't sell them.
Yeah,
and Jen also comes up with things like Jen makes lotions and sprays and headache medicines and things like that, natural things, all natural. But she often gets like copyright infringement claims all the time on Etsy, and it's very easy for somebody to file a claim, and then you have to take your product down, especially if they're a slightly bigger store than you. So that's one thing she's looking at. We're talking about helping her with a website and stuff too. Harry says everything was good for me until May. Then the sales dropped by 2/3 and the views were down 73%.
Yeah, our sales in store are down, I think, by half of last year.
That's bad in general out there, but
so, you know.
But when your views go down that much on Etsy, that's saying that they're doing something different.
The algorithm or whatever.
Yeah. Amanda says, I have a few regulars. Other than that, it's all one-time customers. That's our Etsy was a lot of one-time people. We had few repeat customers there. But our offerings were such that they were, kind of more what we offer. But still, it was not great.
I also think we got in there late.
Yeah, we did. We started late. We started there we opened an Etsy shop because people kept asking us if we were on Etsy. And so we said, let's give it a try. And we did, and it was not. It was also an entirely separate inventory for us. We had 3 inventories at one point.
Was it store inventory?
It was physical store. We had our
Etsy.
Online store. We had Etsy inventory.
And there was another one too. I feel like there was another random 4th inventory. And
we had certain stuff for shows too and stuff like that. It was too much.
Just a headache.
Amanda says, you can't even describe an item's color as amber. Yeah. I said I got in trouble for using the word amber, even though it wasn't amber. Donna says, several of my friends had to give up their Etsy because of the fees were horrid, and one of them, their accounts were frozen, and it upset her so bad. Yeah. So, it works for some people. Some people have a great time on Etsy, and it's wonderful, and it works. And if it does, we're not telling you to move, of course. But it's one of those things.
It also, I think, depends when you got in, too.
Yeah.
Because one of our friends, she started her Etsy store. She is a robust business, and she was like the darling of Etsy, and they put her on the front page like every other day, and she sold those little pom-poms, and they loved it because she had all this rainbow and everything was really super colorful. Yeah, she did really, really well. She bought a building off of having a business, and not a small building.
Yeah.
A large building.
Yeah, it can work for people. Oh, our friends at Lima Beads joined our live over on Instagram. Hello, all.
Which one, Kathy?
I don't know. It just says Lima Beads. Who's there? Who's joining us over there? Say hi, everybody.
From one of the men folk.
One of the men folk. So yeah, but thanks for joining. Hey, Laura's here. Laura Lunsford says, hey, you two. Hello back. Hope everything is going well for you. Your package is on the way if it didn't make it there already. It's Kathy. Hey.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello. Good to see you here. I know. It feels like we haven't seen you in like forever. Forever.
It has been.
I know.
There's been a little pandemic in between.
Right. Merry Christmas, says Laura. Merry Christmas back. Happy New Year to everybody. It's happening soon, right? 2024. Hoping for a good year. All right, everybody. Kathy says, hi, friends. We miss you. I know. It's been too long. We used to hang out all the time. It was such good times. We loved hanging out with y'all.
They probably got tired of us.
Having to kick us out at night.
Time for bed.
Time to go.
Sleep now.
Yeah, we were often stragglers at the parties.
Closing the party down.
Yeah, but it's because we missed everyone so much all the time. We had one chance all year to see everybody.
Remember that time they got a mansion in the hills and we sat around with Bonnie and the rest of the Ogilvies, and then there
was a big fireplace in there or something, right?
Like
and all and all the seating and the outdoor, looked out over the mountains. It was beautiful.
That's fancy times.
Says never. It was good times, right? It was. Harry says, I started in 2010 and had no problem. None of the problems you were mentioning. I've sold almost 35,000 items to date. That's good.
Wow.
That's good. We had a lot of problems. We didn't sell that many things. But that's good. That's good. See that? And that's totally, like I said, there are different stories for everyone. We had lots of problems with our Etsy. Anne says, oh, I loved my last Laura Lunsford Trunk Show package. I got it maybe a week ago. So wonderful. Thanks for joining, Anne. Thanks for saying so. Laura's got good stuff.
Yeah, we adore Laura.
Marion says, this IG presence seems to be nice for adding to the family. The AG Bead fam out there, right? My computer just... Why did my phone just say it's not? Hold on, I got to check something, y'all. Okay, I'm still charging. I just want to make sure my phone was still charging. It gave me the sign that it wasn't. Marion says, I did get my Laura Lunsford piece today as well. Love it too. Thank you so much.
Oh, good.
So, okay. We've chatted a little bit like we normally do. If you don't normally watch our lives, we chat a lot. We chat a lot.
All right, y'all. I'm going to pre-tell it. We got things I used to collect in New York that I used to... Okay, so I should preface this by saying I used to have a job that made money, and I never had any time off. But
you made some money,
used to work in the restaurant industry, and so I was like, oh, I'll just buy this, I'll buy this, I'll buy this. And so I used to have all these random collections of things. And so we were going through the house, and I was like, why do I have... I mean, I like them, but I haven't looked at some of the stuff in probably...
I didn't even know he had some of this stuff. So that's how long it's been hidden away.
You got put in a display case and then hermetically sealed.
Yeah. And we've moved these display cases like from house to apartment to house. And they've never been opened or even displayed in some cases anymore.
Yeah. So we have some of that. There's a lot of art beads tonight. And I'm just... I've been collecting for over 20 years, and so I am really paring down I shouldn't say that because I have a huge collection.
And you continue to collect.
Correct. And it's never going to stop. But there are things like I have, like...
If you have something for long enough and you've not done anything with it, or...
Like, I'm ready to pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah, that's what we said in the description of this. We are, taking things from our collection and looking for new good homes for them.
Yeah, adoption.
Right, because it's time that if we're not using them and they're not being displayed and they're not being given their correct amount of love, let's find someone who will love them.
Also, some of them, I have, like, multiple ones, and, like... that's cool, but I don't necessarily make... I don't know. I don't...
You never know what's going to be incorporated into your metalwork someday, but...
Yeah, but some of the artisan beads, like, I have, like, 20 from an artist, and I was like, do I really need...
Yeah. Or would somebody else use these and put them out into the
somebody
world?
Like, delight in having these.
Right.
Because some of these things are things that are... They stopped making stuff. They used to be like super famous, and
we're keeping the same old prices on a lot of this. So these prices are like from 15, 20 years ago in some cases, maybe more.
The dates are on things.
Yeah. So let's flip this camera around and let's start taking a look at some stuff. All right. I don't have the fancy setup here today with the multiple cameras and all that. So Andrew's like, that's all right. I prefer this way.
Yeah. Sometimes low tech's best tech.
Sometimes. Till he starts saying someday we're going to have fancy, and then we get fancy and he's like, we're going back to low tech.
Yeah, somebody else can do it. But for me, I don't know. There's too many buttons and too many places to look at stuff.
Vanessa got her Laura Lunsford package today too. Love the black crystal. I think that was my favorite. Nice.
The dark crystal.
The dark crystal, right? All right. Donna says her pieces, Laura Lunsford pieces, are gorgeous. I have quite the collection.
Oh, good.
That's good. Cheryl is ready. Donna said that. Yeah, I know, Donna, you like her stuff a lot.
But also, y'all are like local to each other, so.
Cheryl says, "I'm ready." Me too, Cheryl.
I know. Let's
land
the plane.
Let's get the plane in the air before we can land it here. All right. This is AC1. It's for Artist and Collectibles 1. Let me put the banner up, y'all. Purchase from this video, take down each lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Please send a separate email for each thing you want. Do not reply to your own emails by sending them again or forwarding them or any other thing. Send a new email each time, because otherwise things get grouped together. I don't see it until the end and you miss out. All right. So first off, we have this beautiful ammonite shell. Fossilized ammonite.
It's not drilled.
It is not drilled. This would need to be a cabochon or wire wrapped in some way.
That's from Gary Wilson.
And this is from Gary Wilson.
So this one's a particularly nice one. I probably spent an hour at the booth hemming and hawing on which ones I'm going to pick.
Yeah, because he does that, especially when he's picking for himself.
Correct. I picked one with pattern and rainbow.
Yeah, you see some rainbow in here, rainbow in there. Beautiful, beautiful patterning. This is $28 AC1. All right. Like I said, we're going to go a little quicker today. So, because I can't be up till 10 o'clock not eating again.
It's fine.
He says it's fine. Then he has to deal with me.
You're fine. Though, you know, we were trying to watch that Rebel Moon. It debuted at 10 o'clock at night. And Grandpa's over here.
It's like,
both
what?
Of us.
We're passing. We even stopped halfway through. I'm like, I got to go to bed. Like, I don't usually ever go to bed in the middle of a show.
I do now.
Andrew does. But I'm usually like I will make it until the end. This one, I was like, even though I liked it, I was like, I'm like, how long is this episode? It was like a 2-hour episode.
I think it would have been a lot quicker if they didn't do so much slow-mo.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's call the true here.
Donna says, stop. Those are my weakness, and this girl is broke. There's only one.
Oh my!
Only one.
If you are broke, this is gonna be torture.
Yeah, just
I got some good.
Lorraine says, "Wow."
I gave like it hurt,
and it did hurt him a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Are you sure you want to get?" He had to just turn away.
Talk me out of it.
I know, because I saw the hurt.
Well, you know, it has to hurt a little. Hurts so good.
Cheryl says we can take a dinner break. If we take a dinner break, that's it.
Yeah, that's where
we don't come back.
Sleep on the couch.
You don't come back from the dinner break.
Maybe.
Nah.
Remember when we used to do stashes that were like 6 hours long?
Oh, I do. And they were fun sometimes.
But I would be, because we used to make a signature cocktail.
Yeah, he did.
And I would
be drunk by the end.
Of it. I was like, I don't care. $3.
That's when you got the good deals. You hung out till the end of the signature cocktail stash times.
We had a playlist.
Yeah.
And cocktails. Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Donna says, I might have to close my eyes. All right, everybody. This is Bob Burkett, Shibuichi, little froggish creature.
He made these imaginary creatures.
And it looks kind of like a frog, but kind of like it has like little gerbil feet or something. Like, I don't know. But it also has like this little paddle tail.
Who watches the anime? What are the Japanese spirits called?
I forget.
I can't remember.
Cheryl says that's the Andrew we want.
Who, me?
The drunk giveaway Andrew.
I just go to bed.
He doesn't do that anymore. And now he gets heartburn. He can't drink.
Doesn't drink anymore, so I feel weird like drinking by myself. Just sit here quietly.
Marianne says, I might have to join you, Donna, or drool only. These have garnet eyes, by the way. You can find reproductions of this stuff now.
But it's a mold made of a molded piece.
Yeah.
So these are made from the original Lost Wax molds.
These are made from the original molds. Now they make molds of molds.
And he doesn't actually make them.
No. These were made by him. So while you might be able to find these out in there, and the eyes are different. They're not garnets anymore.
But he doesn't make those.
Yeah. So this is AC2, $40. And this is Shibuichi, which is copper and silver, if you don't know. It's a blend of copper and silver. All right.
Yeah, I regret not spending more time learning things.
From Bob?
Yeah, when I had an opportunity. But, oh wow. Such is the way.
Can't have all the regrets.
I mean, you can regret as much as you want. That's free.
Free, except takes up space in your brain. Right? AC3 is this little thing.
Does anybody know their name? It's like Oshimai.
Marion says, makes me think of I don't know what that creature is in emoji. I don't speak animal emoji. Dawn, this is my local metaphysical shop. Just got a shipment of crystals that's supposed to be amazing. So I'm twixing between. Well, you know. Lorraine says, looks like a beaver. This one doesn't, though. Oh, Marion says that is a beaver. Okay. I was like, what is that emoji? There's tiny on my screen. So I wasn't sure what that was. So this is another one, AC3 by Bob Burkett, made by him, Shibuichi from the original molds with garnet eyes. Nice big holes in those too. And remember, if you want to claim, just send us an email with AC3 in the subject line. Hit send, but make sure you're sending to info@allegorygallery.com. Do not send it to info@allegory.com. We are not allegory.com. Amanda says, do you mean an Oni?
Yes.
There it is. That's the word.
Demon? Does that mean demon? Anyways, they got spirits for everything. They got a radish spirit. They got this one that's like a turtle that has a head that's like a bowl, and it's got like water in it. And
she says yes, that's it.
So he's really inspired by Japanese stuff. By the way, he can't see anymore and has lots of health issues, and his boat sunk.
He had a houseboat.
So the molds are gone. It's down in the bottom of the marina. So if you are like a scuba diver and that didn't get washed away,
I know.
Then they're there at the bottom of the marina. She
says the bullhead turtle guy is called a kappa, and he likes eating cucumbers.
Yes.
So this is another by Bob Burkett in Shibuichi. And there's the hole that goes through that way. And that's a little creature. $40, AC4.
Yeah, these are the...
one of each only. And these are the ones that were made by him. Not the reproductions.
Yeah. And they're better quality.
They're much better. I've seen pictures of the reproductions, and they don't even match at all.
The person who does it, he's super nice, but you know, it's when you have something made in a factory, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same as the handmade. So this is a piece by Kate Richburg, and it's a little pendant, copper and silver, and it says grow. It is the grow pendant, $22, which I think that's a great price for that. Just to show you, handmade by Kate. Grow pendant, $22.
You may come with the original bag.
Yeah, you get the original bag. There is a piece
business
card. There's a non-tarnish silver thing in there. So you get all that. Or that's actually, it's a polishing pad. That's a nice microcrystalline polishing pad, I think. How about that?
Don't get those wet.
There you go.
Because they get sticky if they get wet.
Not good. AC5, $22. Somebody grab it who can put it to use. Or we'll just admire it every day. Okay. Now these are beads from Unicorn Bead.
I was gonna keep these. These remind me of planets. They're etched, so they have kind of a matte finish on the outside, and then they have striations like little planets. I love those. I don't know if Diane's watching, but I remember she also wanted them, and then I was like, I'm not sharing, and now I'm sharing apparently.
Diane who?
Our cookie friend.
Davis?
Correct.
I just haven't seen her pop up yet, but Amy Lowe is here, I think. That's Amy L.
Lowe.
Hello. I saw you grab some books yesterday. Thank you. So this is AC6. We have a number of these available, and they're each individually priced at $13. They are very nice, big, large holes.
When are you going to visit me, Amy Lowe?
Let me see if I can get you an idea of how big these holes are. They are approximately 3 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter or so.
I miss you long time, Amy Lowe.
Andrew's missing you.
And then, of course, I look at your food posts every day and your adventure posts.
You've been doing going to different classes, right?
Yeah, making food.
Making food in various classes. That's been very exciting for me to see. She says when it's not cold. I know you can't visit in the cold times, right?
You're just across the state. You're not that far.
Just a little ways away.
Get on the train. I'll pick you up.
Go do some metalwork in the studio.
I don't know if Amy Lowe does metalwork. Seed beading.
Seed beading. AC7 is this one, if you like this one. AC7, very large hole again, $13.
You can do whatever you want, though. I'm trying real hard to go to ECU. The conference itself is not very expensive for conferences, but the hotel is where it gets expensive.
AC8, this one's a little bit more blue than the others. The others a little bit more gray.
Normally, I try to split the hotel, but that didn't work this time, so I guess I could ask some strangers.
Like, do you want to split a hotel room with me, stranger?
Yeah, that may be awkward moments.
Thank you to all those out there watching. We appreciate you. We have like 26 people on between.
What did you show just now?
The unicorn. We're still going through the unicorn ones.
They're really pretty.
This one's like half and half. It has some of the gray in the bottom and the blue in the top.
I love those.
Amy's asking, are you going to do a creative camp next year?
No.
Just like, no.
We don't know if we're going to stay in business.
Yeah, we don't know if we'll even have our store in Ligonier by next year.
But we might.
We might.
There's some whisperings about us maybe having a forever home. But I'm not going to, until anything's finalized.
Yeah, that's AC9, $13.
But I am going to start working in the store again someday.
Keep saying that.
I know. I keep saying that, and then
I keep getting excited about it, and then
I'm like, but then I'm going to be going away for like 3 weeks.
It's like I better not start yet.
And maybe in February.
And
then you're like, oh, but then I have that show.
Then I have Tucson.
I do have Tucson.
And then I have this. And
That's
then it's
like
going to be
month.
March. And then it's going to be this. AC10. Tell them about these, Andrew.
Whatever it is, it's real nice. No, Heather Boardman. You know Heather Boardman? She lives in Pennsylvania also. She does lamper class. She was set up next to our friend Lynn Super Rock, and they became like best friends. And so Lynn was like, "You have to get some. You have to get some." And so I got all these disc beads, and I was like, "What in the world was I thinking?" I mean, I like them, super useful, but I got like a bunch.
Yeah. And the reason I'm going quickly is because we have more sets of those, more pairs of those.
Yeah. So I think I was gonna do little spinner rings. I was gonna do it layered up with some metal discs on rings, and then I just never made them.
AC11, $10. $10 for the pair.
I was buying enough to do a collection, so I was gonna make some that were like earrings. You know how you put the little chain in, and then you put the ear wire, put the chain through the hole, and then it hangs kind of like a tire. Is that a good description? Tire swing?
Tire swing. Everybody knows what a tire swing is, right? This is AC12, $10.
Does anybody say anything on Instagram?
Not yet.
You know, the one thing is that Instagram people don't chat as much as YouTube people.
No. YouTube and Facebook people chat more with us.
I wonder if it's easier, if it's harder to chat.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Instagram Live, honestly. I'm not on Instagram as much as Andrew is.
I love Instagram.
Do you watch a lot of lives on there? Is it hard to chat?
I don't watch live.
Like, I don't want to say it, but I don't.
No.
We don't, it's one of those things that
also when I'm on
I was gonna say when we're awake and on the internet.
It is very late at night, and so there's not a lot of people live.
No.
There's sometimes this dude from Japan, he actually is from Canada, but he moved to Japan, and he's learning bladesmithing, and sometimes I watch those.
Amy says, with Facebook or YouTube, the lives can be minimized and still scroll. Instagram, you gotta just watch. And Perry0421 joined us. Allison Rosen joined us on Instagram, looks like.
I like her.
Thank you all. Terry says, those are interesting, but not sure how to use them.
I just gave you an idea. Award-winning idea.
Award-winning ideas. He's
here, here, show this. Like that. How you like them apples?
You just pulled that right out of nowhere.
Like a genie. So you could do it with wire, but you could also do it with chain. So just get really fine chain. The holes are big enough. This is a pearl, of course, so it's not exactly the same. But it's close enough.
Gives you the idea. Marion says, it's not any more difficult to comment on Instagram lives, but people don't comment as much.
They're intently watching.
Cheryl is clutching her pearls.
For what?
For what, he says. AC14, you get a whole set of these. And this beautiful,
a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller, different color. This beautiful yellow, kind of butterscotchy color. AC14, $15 for all 5. $15 for all 5. And Perry waves hi on Instagram. Thank you. Hope you're doing well out there. Thank you for joining us out on Instagram. We're now streaming live on Instagram for most of our lives because StreamYard has made it easy for us to do that now.
Yeah.
What's the price on 14? It was $15, Teresa. $15 for all 5.
Yeah.
Oh, Cheryl said because that's a really good price.
Oh, good.
Marianne says that amber color, right? I was going to say that, but I was like, let's not bring that up again. But since you did, Marianne.
Don't be sassing
the viewers.
Friends.
Sassing the viewers. You got this set of 5 as well. AC15 for $15. Anne was thinking the same thing.
Anne said she's gonna have a nice vacation.
You can use it for knotting or macrame and have thread or wire going in both directions to link with other pieces, says Amy. So there's another idea. Said I meant 13. 13 was $10. All those pairs, those 5 pairs were $10 each.
The multicolor ones, they're all the same, those mostly.
Yeah. So this is AC 15. You get 5 of these for $15.
The ones that are less are smaller.
Yeah, they're smaller in size.
They're nice and lightweight too.
Now remember, if you'd like to claim and you're new to us, send us an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Put the lot number in the subject line and hit send. You don't need a body in your email most of the time, but you do need a subject line. So address it to info@allegorygallery.com. Send it, put AC15 in the subject line, for example, and hit send. First come, first serve.
Do you want me to draw the picture? I'm not going to show my fingernails because they look disgusting.
He's been painting with them.
And cleaning and all kinds of stuff. I look like I'm the coal miner's child. All right. So I'm going to show this.
Okay, let's pause.
All right. So that's the ring and a shank. All right. Picture, put it in your mind, and then imagine it now with the discs. And then I was going to stack multiple little discs, and then that little top is going to get riveted down. Does that make sense?
So this is if you were making a metal ring to wear with a shank, then these discs were going to layer up on that shank, and then it was going to get riveted down at the top.
Flared out.
So you would make a ring out of those discs by stacking them.
And then I was going to reinforce it a little bit with metal discs. And that way you don't accidentally hit the glass. But that was the plan. I don't know why I never did it.
I don't know either.
I did some of them.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, y'all. I know some of you might really like these. Andrew's like, "Are you sure? Because you collected those." And I said, "I haven't used these."
Yeah. This is from William's collection.
Yeah, I only have a small collection, but this is from that. M. Perry says, "I'm switching between Instagram and YouTube to compare." Thank you. Watch us on both. Like us on both. Give us thumbs ups on both.
So it kind of looks like a nipple, but that's all right. It doesn't look like a nipple when there's glass.
All right, everybody.
And it spins. It's like a fidget spinner for your finger.
All right, we have AC16. Only one of these. These are these vintage Western German acrylic vegetable pendants. I have my whole series that I'm going to be letting go of, $10 each. I know some of you watching may have some of these even, and some people have requested them before, and I said I'm not letting them go yet.
Really?
Now I'm letting them go. AC16, $10. Cheryl says, "Oh my goodness."
It's a very red carrot.
We need a red carrot. Back in the day, they had red carrots, purple carrots, all different color carrots, right?
Now.
They're coming back.
Do you know why they're orange? Why carrots are orange?
Why?
So the Duke of... Now, this is maybe not real. I'm making stuff up. But supposedly they bred the carrots to impress the Duke of Orleans. And so they made them orange to make him happy.
And now that's all we ever see most of the time. Unless
you have one of those Baker Creek catalogs, then they come in every color.
Right.
Like the supernova and the carrot.
So that is AC16. Here's AC17 with the onion.
It's upside down on purpose. Yeah. I think it's because they got hung that way.
Probably dried out that way.
But they actually would hang from the leaves, so I don't know why it's upside down. But somebody was like, "Is it upside down?" And it is.
Yep.
But all of them were like that, so it wasn't like a mistake.
AC-17, $10.
You know where I got these? The original ones in a flea market in New York off of 22nd Street. And that dude haggled so far. I said, the price, you wrote the price. You can't change. You can't go up.
And this is what is this? I'm blanking.
Okra?
Is that okra? That's.
I don't know.
I think this is okra.
Pepper.
Okra? Maybe a pepper of some sort? I think it's
Whatever
okra.
You want.
AC-18, $10.
Whatever green
thing. Green thing you want. AC-18, $10. Shishito pepper.
They didn't have that back then. That's like, when were these from? Like the 50s?
I think the 50s, right?
50s
or 60s, somewhere in there. Vintage, Western German. AC-19.
Well,
the
Western
tomato.
German, then it's at least 1989.
Before that.
Because that's when the wall came down.
Mm-hmm. AC-19 is the tomato. And these have the bale on the back. AC-19.
I saw somebody, they posted, and this was a while ago, so I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but they made a necklace and put all of them on it. And I think they made little polymer clay vegetables.
Oh, it's so cute.
That looks so good.
AC-20 is the turnip. Or is that a turnip or is that a radish? That's a radish. Radish. AC-20. AC-20, $10 for the radish. I love these. That's why I have them in my collection. But Andrew's parting with some of his. I part with some of mine too. Once in a while. This, I think, is the turnip. AC-21, $10. You like these? How you liking the show so far, everybody? Let us know in the comments. It's getting quiet out there in the comments. Let us know how you're liking the show. What's been your favorite piece so far? Have you grabbed anything yet?
You got any good vegetable recipes?
Or you wait until the end to do your grabbing because you want to see everything.
You have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there are like 50 some lots, I think, tonight. 60 some lots. 60. Oh my goodness, we got to keep moving. All right, next up, we're done with the vegetables now. Tell us, Andrew.
So the glass
it's still intact.
Sturdy.
It's very sturdy.
Suzanne Castella's box with a C and an A and an L and an L. Anyways, we met in Tucson. We were staying with our friend Jean Gribben from Beads of Courage, and Suzanne was also staying there because she makes beads for Beads of Courage, and we became fast friends and we went shopping together and it was a lot of fun. And so we did a trunk show maybe in 2020 during the pandemic
I think so.
And so we bought a bunch of these off of the trunk show, and I was going to keep them for myself because I love the birds.
Yeah.
But now I'm sharing.
The little lovebirds. Janice has loved the birds. Lorraine says very cool pieces. So far, Marianne liked that ammonite at the beginning. Cheryl's loving it, making amethyst earrings for presents. Okay. Oh, there's Ann Mergel. Hello, my friends. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Anne. Good to see you here. It's been years since we've seen you. I still remember when we had the
Chinese.
we were up at, I remember Carol and Dave's. We had lunch.
Did we go to Mountain Palace together?
Did we? I know we went to Carol and Dave's for when we did the, who did we have in town then? And she came up for that. And you came with maybe your granddaughter? Daughter?
Mm-hmm.
We sat at that.
I remember her bug. Her VW bug.
Anne says, I like these shows where we never know what will come up. I tried to grab one of the unicorn beads. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. I love those beads.
So this is AC23, $40. This is an individual bird with the heart on the back.
She's in Asheville, North Carolina area. I don't know if it's maybe Henderson. I can't remember. Somewhere in western North Carolina. Yeah, we had a really good time.
We have one more of these. AC24, $40. With the lovebirds again and the heart on the back. And this was my best friend's daughter. Okay. I knew you were close somehow.
Well, she's somehow related to Lynn.
Lynn Suprock?
Mm-hmm.
AC24, $40. Marianne said these birds are cute, aren't they? That's why we bought them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if we showed them on the trunk show before we bought them. I think we just grabbed them because they were like little lovebirds. All right.
You may or may not know this, but I collect birds. Is that the Herald bead?
Yes, the hollow.
When I used to go to Tucson, there was a show called the Best Bead Show. And there's an incarnation of that now, but it's not anything what it used to be. There was the show promoter was named Lewis Wilson, and he is, I don't know if he's still alive, but he had he'd walk around with like a top hat, and he had the showmanship, and they'd blow fire. And at that point, that show was known for lamport glass beads, and people came from all over the world to show at this show that was in a gymnasium at a community center. And they also had some tents, and they had like the flame off and things like that. And Harold was one of the artists there. And normally you could not even get close to his booth because there were always people in front of his booth. And his booth was maybe fortunately, unfortunately, it was right outside the door to get in the building, so you could kind of see it from afar. But he started the series called the American Trade Beads, and so they're all lamport glass beads, and they're borosilicate, so they're a harder glass, and they're hollow. So they look like they're, not small, but they're very lightweight, but also durable. And they're etched, so they give that kind of beautiful, almost they almost glow. And if you hold them up in the light, you can see all the colors and patterning. It's almost like a Tiffany glass window. It's pretty amazing.
Let's see if I take
so
this.
He does not regularly sell anymore. Every once in a while he'll pop up, randomly. But the last time I heard is he was doing all these trails and was hiking and doing these trails that you have to be basically homeless for 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh.
Some people like that. I have no desire for that. Like, you know, that because we're technically in the Appalachian. And so every once in a while there'll be people who wander in, who walk the trail, and they start in is it Georgia? A very tippy tip.
I don't know.
North Carolina, South Carolina. Anyways, so they walk the whole thing.
Not me.
Nah.
That's not for me. I like walking and stuff, but
outside all the time.
All the time.
I guess there's like stops and stuff along the way.
Yeah, and you meet people, they say, and make friends, and.
But I also saw this thing like 2020, and the people get murdered. So I'll skip.
Donna says actually the foothills are in Alabama.
Oh, is it? Did you know that these mountains connect to the mountain ranges in Morocco, and also the Atlas Mountains, and then also in Great Britain when it was Pangea? Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
And they're old mountains. When they say old as bones, older than bones, this is actually older than bones.
I am Jerome Shukri. Looks like Shukri joined us on Instagram. Thanks for joining in. Hello, welcome.
So anyways, those Lampwork glass beads by Harold Cooney Williams are super rare. And his big beads are like 160. So not inexpensive. So this is a Carrie Fuhrer bead. What's her last name now? Kerfuffle?
I do not know.
I can't say it. But I met, she's friends with Stephanie Delman, and we used to do shows together. And one of the shows was in Miami, and it was such a weird show. They had the
Keffeler, says Marianne.
Do what?
Keffeler.
Keffeler.
Kefffeler.
I just saw them in Tucson the last trip. That was fun. But so I have a couple of her beads, and I love her beads. These usually she doesn't have a lot. She doesn't make a lot of them anymore. So I forgot what's happening where she couldn't make them. But I think she's like doing something with her house or studio or health or something. And but anyway, so we were in a show in Miami, and it was like the weirdest show. The show promoter had these giant speakers, and for ambience, he decided to put metal, like metal from the 80s, and like hardcore rap. And it was so loud, and the speaker was right behind our booth. And my mom, she was like going crazy because it was so loud. And she got this strand of rubies, and she was so pleased with herself because she got this beautiful strand of rubies. But anyways, they were near us, and I don't know how, I don't know. They were so happy and so nice all the time.
And you got beads from them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of them.
I think I got it in, that one I got in Tucson many years ago.
Donna says that bead is incredible.
Yeah. If it doesn't sell, I won't be mad. That was one of the ones that hurt to give up. This is a bead by Joanne Zakowski. Back in the day, there used to be bead show circuits. And so basically every town on anywhere had a bead show every weekend. And sometimes they'd be in like the ballroom of a hotel. Sometimes they'd be in like a horse barn. Anyway, so Joanne, she had where she put her trailers, she put two trailers together to make kind of like an L shape. And then her studio is where the trailers met. And she had this thing where she'd make the beads and then she'd throw them on the ground after they were annealed and stuff and cooled down. And if they survived, then she would sell them. And if they didn't, she glued them to these topiary balls. And she would bring these topiary balls to the shows, and people would be like, oh my gosh.
She was pretty cool.
Yeah, she was funny. She's super sassy.
Marion says, Carrie has started doing more work in the last couple of months. It was mostly a health issue that reduced her output.
Oh. I can't remember what it was, but didn't she have like where she was like renting? They bought a house and there was like a renter and they're like trying to do stuff with that. And I don't know. But yeah, I miss them. They're super nice people. And they made a point to see me in Tucson, which was I thought was really nice. So this is Gaia Canidae. She doesn't make any of these particular ones, but back in the day, she used to do these made to orders, and that's one of her sugar skull pieces. It's a really nice focal piece.
Yeah, it has it's a connector. You can use it as a connector or dangle something from it as a pendant. AC 33, $32.
She was also in that blogging group that I mentioned last night, and I miss the old blogging groups back in the day.
You enjoyed those a lot.
I mean, they were really stressful because you had to get your links in at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun, and I got to meet a lot of people, and we would do like ornament exchanges and different things like that. And her mom wrote a book of poetry, and somehow I got the book of poetry.
Nice.
So this is one of the collectibles. And you may be like, what the heck is this? This is not a bead, y'all.
This is not a bead.
So at one point, I was collecting these things called pot bellies. And they're cast resin. And then they're hand painted. And they're from, 2008?
2008, yep.
And so they do not make these anymore, I don't think. And so, like, their heads come off, and then I don't know what you would put in there, like one pill.
There's already a design in there of something.
And so they had a whole series of artists, and this is the Georgia O'Keeffe. If these don't sell, we're going to put them on eBay.
Yeah, because this one I think was going for close to 150 on eBay right now. Most of these are between 100 and 150 on eBay right now. So we have a number of these for you tonight if you're interested in these.
So this is like a first dibs kind of thing.
Yeah, you get the first shot at grabbing these, and if not, we'll probably place them out on a bigger marketplace for stuff like this.
Because it's kind of random.
Yeah.
But anyways, I love art history, so I was like, I'm going to collect them all. Mm-hmm. And then I decided not to have an stressful job. Because I used to be a manager at a restaurant, and they had this thing where they really liked how I trained people. And so I would train them, and then they would take them away, and then they would give us new people. So it's like constantly having new people all the time.
Donna says, yes, those are very collectible. Marion says, definitely in the drool only category.
So this one's Pablo Picasso. I had a shirt like that. I feel like I should have more shirts like that. But anyways, so I ended up not liking that because it was super stressful because it's basically like working with new people all the time. And then the other problem is that since I was salary, they would cut people who were hourly, and then they'd be like, "Oh well, you'll just have to cover the shift." So I was working like doubles and triples, and I was like, "I can't do this." And like we'd be so busy that I would not get a chance to like sit down to eat lunch. So I used to carry around these yogurt drinks and drink them as I was working.
And you were working in a restaurant. You didn't even get food.
And then like I smelled always of food. And like I'd come home, and before I had discovered the wonders of the Asian laundry service, I would be like passing out, falling asleep in the laundromat, washing my clothes. So this one is one of the more collectible ones.
Mm-hmm.
The Vincent Van Gogh. And they had more. I was gonna collect. They did artists and authors, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself. I used to do that. So so this is how sad it was. So there was a dessert track, and it was called the dessert track, and this is before food trucks were like a thing. They were just starting out. And so there was this food truck that was called the dessert truck, and they used to park around the corner. And I used to get a creme brulee as my treat after I got off my work. And sometimes it was so hard. But anyways, so they were super popular. And one time I went up to the truck, and the sign said sold out of the creme brulee, and I started bawling my eyes out because they had sold out of the creme brulee. And he's like, "Nah, man, I got you. I knew you were coming." And so he saved me a creme brulee, and then I cried from joy because that was my little treat to myself.
That was how tough life in New York was.
I mean, when you work, I don't know how. I got there sometimes at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then wouldn't leave until midnight. And so I was run ragged. And so one of the defining points was I went on vacation, and when I came back, I was supposed to start a promotion. And I knew that if I took the promotion, I would not do my artwork anymore because I was just always working.
Yeah, that was going to be the end of your art career.
And I said, why did I come to New York? Did I come to New York to work in the restaurant industry, or did I come to make artwork?
Right. Danette's asking if we're open tomorrow. Yes, we are. Normal store hours, yes. Normal store hours tomorrow. Terry says, this cell is outstanding. Everything is beautiful. Norma says, sigh. I would love to have Vincent Van Gogh, but as Marianne said, definitely drool only right now. Marianne says, that was great that he saved you one.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, it wasn't like 30 time because he had like a wife and kids and stuff. But yeah, the dessert truck, they would park right around the corner from the restaurant. And I would go there. Sometimes I would bring William home stuff.
Yeah, they had good desserts, if it made it home to me.
The creme brulee never made it home to you.
He did. He brought me one or two.
That was my treat. That was going to be treat myself.
Janice says, I have a small collection of figurines from Harmony Kingdom that are similar to the Potbellies. You lift the lid and there's a scene inside the figurine.
That's the makers, the Harmony Kingdom.
Yeah, same makers. AC38.
And they're all hand painted, those ones.
Yeah. This is Acceptance. This is one of the hearts Andrew did. $25 for these. I
don't know why we have these.
I don't know why there's a few left, but
they sold out, I thought, and then we were going through boxes and I found them.
So
if you need acceptance in your life, here you go.
AC38. We have 3 of them actually. So 38, AC39 is memory.
These ones, I think we made this series because we almost went out of business.
Could have been.
That's 2020 time.
2020 and 2021 between there.
Acceptance I made in January after. These ones were in like December of 2020. Maybe I'm making that. November. I don't know.
Donna says, Norma, I would too, plus the Frida. Yeah, and just remember, we are going to pop those into eBay. So if you decide later, but the price is going up to about $150 on there.
Who knows how much we'll go up to?
Who knows?
Maybe they'll get into a bidding war like on TV.
But we're definitely setting a minimum on those.
And then I'll be rich.
Learn is the last one we have here. AC40, $25.
Some of y'all had those. Got some of those.
Yeah, I know some of you out there watching were with us then.
Some of y'all new people don't know, but I sometimes make small scale artwork.
Often make small scale artwork now.
Before I was like, oh, I make it like once a year. And now it's like every day.
Now he makes big stuff like once a year.
No, I never made big stuff before. Well, maybe. So, we have a lot of things going on in our world, as y'all know. What's that one?
Diane Hockey.
Diane Hockey. I love this thing. This one of her little wild men she had.
I'm surprised you let this one go.
Yeah, me too.
This is AC41, $32.
I have a healthy collection of her stuff, though.
I know, but you love these.
I know. Anything with, like, branches or horns, I'm so into it.
Right.
But, so there you go. I'm not going to talk too much about that one.
Donna says, sorry I don't eBay. Well, you can eBay from us if you want them better. You can just PayPal, just like anything else. Just like our website.
I mean, it's at least 100, so.
Right.
Anyway. So, yeah, I used to do this thing called virtual yard sale, and I would post everything on eBay, and that was kind of good, but also kind of challenging.
Teresa says, my shampoo has been discontinued and small bottles are on eBay, 10 of them for $375.
That's like those lip balms.
Oh, my favorites. The Herbal Answer by Blistex, the best lip balm ever made. And then they got rid of it. All natural. And then they got rid of it. It like renewed my lips like nothing else.
I may or may not have found one.
I bought boxes of them, and over time they've just disappeared.
Don't worry about it.
Susan said, I tried to get AC36, can't get it to go through. Let me check my email. We got it. Thank you.
The wild man.
Hmm?
Which one was that?
AC30, I don't know what 36 was, but thank you. This is, why can't I read that? Janaea. Whew, my eyes are going tonight. $42, AC42.
I don't even know if she makes lamp work anymore.
Lamp work glass bead. Hi, Gertie. Oh, that's the Van Gogh she got.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Gertie's gonna hang out behind you.
Okay, good.
She's like best friends with William now. I was like traitor face.
Oh.
Who's gonna be my favorite little friend?
Who is your favorite little friend right now? Yeah, she's gonna be your favorite.
She steals my stuff.
So AC43, $6 is some of this silk ribbon.
These are fun ones.
This is like a polka dotty one.
I think these are so fun. And the edges are
stitched, seamed.
So they don't. It's not all frilly.
Yeah. So this is $6 for AC 43. Told you
they're all hand dyed.
Told you it's random tonight, y'all.
Oh my gosh, they're even more random. You didn't even know.
Just you wait.
People will be like, what's happening? The 14-hour long, like a restaurant day. So I get to sit down now.
You get to sit down now.
I'm sitting in the chair with the cushion tonight.
Yeah, he's over on the big chair.
I sat on that little stool to the point where the stuffing died. You can see the line of the board.
The board underneath. Here's another one of these silk ribbons. AC 44, $6. That's the pattern. Susan says, Tallulah is a cutie. Always was the first to come see me.
She's cute.
She is cute. And she
steals stuff.
She does steal stuff. But she's a brave kid, too. She just runs. Well, I don't know if she's brave or if she's just not self-preservant. Preservant? Is that a word?
She doesn't have self-preservation.
No.
Like when she plays, she'll get so worked up that she does not look where she's going.
Yeah.
So they just like dive off the end of the.
Kind of gallops around and just runs into things or jumps off of things. I don't know how many times we've seen her just like completely sideways off the back of the couch. Foolhardy, says Marianne. But she is sweet. Tallulah is very sweet. AC 45. Hi, Gertie. Are you sweet too? Or are you just looking at this ribbon?
Like you talking about Tallulah.
I know. Every time I do.
She's so jealous of Tallulah.
Oh.
It's because Tallulah does this thing where she rubs it in their faces that she has a poofy tail. And she will like, oh, look at me. I'm chasing my tail.
She does chase her tail a lot.
And she'll like fluff it up and then like
she got her own toy built in.
And she
yeah.
And the other kids, they're like, what is this fool doing? Showing off so hard. Gertie gets sick of it.
Gertie. How are you doing, Gertie? You want to come up? Hi.
Oh, she's reaching for him.
Reaching for me. So
sweet.
Kiss him too? So sweet. Come on up. You can come up.
He's like, I gotta say hi to Susie.
Susan says, jumped off of the cat condo onto my back, then we walked around the kitchen. Was that Gertie? Gertie does that.
It might be Tallulah.
Maybe Tallulah. She doesn't do it as much. Gertie definitely jumps off and jumps onto my back and likes to walk around.
Tallulah, she does long distance jumping.
So does Gertie sometimes.
When they were up in their small room, and she leaped across the room, and I had not trimmed her claws at that point. And so it made for the blood time.
Susan says it was Gertie. Yeah, Gertie definitely will jump and ride around. She's so sweet. She's a sweetie too, huh?
And if you stand next to the cat condo, she runs up to it.
She runs up to give you kisses.
It's nice. It's nice. Come here, Gertie. Stop making me jealous.
Andrew can't take it. Talk about jealousy. Somebody else gets jealous in this house too.
Father like daughter. Or daughter like father.
That's for sure. Lorraine says, your kittens are so cute. They are. All of our kittens are cute. All of our babies. AC 47.
When they were little, they used to be in their room, and whenever they would hear you coming up the stairs, they'd run to the door.
Yeah, they did.
So you never saw them sleep.
I never got to see them sleep, ever.
Every once in a while, I'd catch them.
I think they knew the difference between me and him, too, and our timing, because he'd catch them sleep once in a while, but they knew I was the food bringer.
But we also play a game called Sit Still, Be Quiet.
Yes.
And because when William would open the door, they would rush out and they'd go into their playroom. And so I used to sit with them with the door open, and we would just sit there for maybe an hour.
Cheryl says these silk ribbons would go great with AG wooden pendants. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Right? Look at this. This is one of my favorites here.
That's a pretty one. But anyways. So that, I did that with them so that they wouldn't rush out. But now that they're getting more comfortable going around the house, I get nervous that they're going to get out.
They've been pretty good. They don't try and run outside. They don't even try and push outside. They stand at the door. When I open the door, they just stop, which is good. Because that was not Gilbert and Barnaby.
No. Because they watched Soul and Bethette at that point. They were going outside.
Mm-hmm.
So they watched them. Oh my gosh, on the catio, they could not get enough of the catio.
I know, we got to repair the catio so the little ones can go out.
They don't need to do it.
They don't need. So these
Big kids only.
are what, Andrew?
I don't know what you have. Oh, those are those agatized shells.
Agatized. I want to say fossilized. Agatized.
So the shell, there's a shell, and then it makes a cavity, and then it gets filled up, and then that becomes an agate. And then I hand rolled these, y'all. These, I got these in Tucson, maybe 3 years. Whenever the world shut down, I got these.
And we have these $18.
And I hand drilled these.
Hand drilled. Not easy. We have a few of these. That's the first one.
And they're slightly different too. Some of them have the bumpy, and then some of them have the smooth.
Some kinds of shell.
Yeah, that one I thought was a good. I don't know. I like these. But these ones are kind of random though, right?
Yeah.
I think we showed them in the D-stash like years ago.
Years and years ago.
And then we just like hung on to them.
We told you, sometimes when things don't sell, Andrew's okay with it, and he reabsorbs them.
And then they just sit there.
Susan says, Ida Bell is precious. She just sits back and watches. She does do a lot of watching. She's usually the first to eat, though. I don't know if she did that with you. She's usually the very first to eat. She's the head honcho.
Also, if you pick her up, if I pick her up, she squeaks.
She squeaks when Andrew picks her up. When I pick her up, she's pretty quiet. Sometimes she squeaks, but...
like, am I hurting you? But I don't think it's that.
No, she just the excitement of getting picked up.
Probably it's because I start doing heavy breathing.
Yeah, you do.
And start gritting my teeth.
She's like, what is happening? I like this one with all the bumpies on it.
Yeah, these kids are pretty good. I was so worried that when they got introduced in the house that they get murdered.
Or commit suicide by eating bad things or finding things or digging up stuff. But they've been really good. We do close off this room because this room has a lot of the cables and wires and beading needles and all that.
Yeah, I don't want it to get dead.
No. This is AC52.
We gotta get an animal with no health problems. I love Barnaby, but this.
Gilbert says, hey.
He's got his own issues. He's emotional.
He does have emotional issues.
And his bladder is connected to his emotions. Very stressful. When he is not happy, then it's not good time. We had to put pheromone things in the house.
Which we still do.
Yeah, because I don't want no more urine time.
No. This one's cool. It's almost like a gray color. And there's that hand drill that Andrew did.
With the diamond core bit. Also, because they're agates, a lot of times they're a little bit see-through. I don't know if that one is or not.
Amy says orange cat energy.
Yeah, I love the orange cat, but I don't know. That may be the last one.
He's your buddy.
I know, but it is pretty intense.
He is emotional. He gets that from his white daddy. His anxiety.
It's like, we can't have too many in this house.
This is old... what's the word? Amazonite. Old Amazonite. This is $15. AC 45. AC 54. Boy, my reading comprehension is getting worse and worse as we go on tonight. I told you, we're maxed out. My brain barely functioning anymore. That's why I took a nap today.
That must be nice.
$15. This is the old price. You relaxed the other day.
I don't think so.
That's what he told me. He says, I'm relaxing.
I'm tried. I have a dying father, so I get free pass.
That is free pass. AC 54, $15.
My mom was maybe thinking of moving up here for part of the year.
It'd be nice to have her around.
We'll see if it actually happens.
I know. She says it, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
It's like a good idea, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen.
AC 55.
That's Moogin. 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 Moogin beads. Lampark beads. I got that maybe 2009.
This is so cool. I like these little rings of colors on the end.
I love her color sensibilities. Her beads are so nice.
AC 55, $20. Marion says, yes, Andrew, you do get a free pass.
Sure. I'm actually pretty sturdy with all this going on.
Yeah, you've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, when we went down to Florida, everybody was super emotional, and then I was not as much.
AC 56 is this.
So that's from my friend Jess. Those are those lockets. So, and it's sterling silver. It's just tarnished. So that's why that's like that. So you do undo the screw, and then it opens.
Trying to open it. There it goes.
And some of them are a little bit deeper than others. When times were really tough in 2018 when they did construction in town, I ended up freelancing for a bunch of different people and would do shows for people. And I did shows for her, and I did the Minnesota State Fair, and it was ridiculous. It was like 200,000 people in one building. There's like over 1 million people all at once. And it made 4 days look like it was like nothing. And there's this cookie stand, Martha's Sweet Cookies, and that's Stacy Louise, y'all. You know her.
Stacy Louise.
Another PA represent. And it's polymer clay that's hand painted. The hole is at the top, and it goes through. It's a small, y'all, so you may have to ream it out a little bit. But I think when they make the polymer, it's better to have it smaller. Oh, did you miss?
Huh?
Oh, you missed this one.
What number is that?
40, I got.
Oh, no, this is 31.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we gotta go back. I didn't even realize I was off. We'll go back to it.
But anyway, so she does, you know her, she does a lot of really cool polymer, metal clay. I have a feeling that if we live closer, we'd hang out more.
Yeah, PA is so spread out sometimes. Let's go back and do this one.
So for all y'all who like our friend Christy, so the first time I met Christy Friesen was in Tucson many years ago. She was set up in this tiny little room we were set up in this atrium, and we were set up next to Tierra Cast. So, so this is a nudie branch. It's a pin, and it has these heavy duty earth magnets.
Yeah, the rare earth magnet.
So if you got a pacemaker, this is not for you.
No.
Unless you have this for like display purposes only.
Yeah.
But
Don't wear it.
Should not wear that because then it will throw your thing off. But so she did a series of nudie branches, and it includes a birth certificate. What? What's the name of it?
Skimmer.
That one's name is Skimmer. It's polymer clay. You know, polymer clay is not indestructible, so don't go rolling on the concrete.
Right. But it's a brooch or a pin using rare earth magnets to attach.
And you can take it off, the magnets.
Just show you.
Don't lose them.
I know, that's what I'm worried about.
Or them attaching to
themselves, and I can't get them back
you can
one-handed.
Put it off to the side. I knew it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't take them off. I got it.
Just leave that.
I'm trying to do what I know I can do.
So we put it on a little card. And then the magnets, they're embedded so the magnets don't come off.
So there you go.
I think she had an earlier version where she didn't embed them.
There you go.
So there you go.
AC 31. We jumped back to 31 now.
Anyway, so we were set up in this mansion, and we were set up in the atrium, and she was in this little room that had windows, and I would peek inside the windows and watch her, but not in a creepy way.
Not in a creepy way. Teetotal Initiative, our friends there, and the Bead Hobby Shop joined us on Instagram. Thank you all for joining us out there.
I've noticed that name come up the last couple days we've been on.
Which one?
The Bead Hobby Shop.
Hobby Shop? Good. Thank you for joining us.
Where are they?
Yeah, where are you at? If you're still out there watching, I don't know when you jumped on, but if you're still watching, let us know where you're at out there.
It's probably somebody that I've known for like 20 years, but I don't recognize. So this is from Patty Cahill out of North Carolina. She also was on the bead show circuit. So we used to see each other all the time. We don't really see each other anymore. Yeah, so one time my mom brought pancit and lumpia, and she brought it for all the vendors at the show, and she was like a celebrity.
They like it.
Yeah. So that would be nice. Have Filipino pop up.
Right. So this is AC 58, $60.
You can do a lark's head knot with that silk.
That big silk we just had. That'd be fun.
Or if you want a giant spinner ring, there you go. There's a lot of people that I have not seen for many years.
Yeah. This is AC 59. $22.
That's Terry Kasperi Schmidt.
Oh, I like her a lot. She's super nice.
She used to be set up across from us at the Best Bead Show. Are you thieving?
Gertie's claiming one of those Harold beads.
Nah, Gertie.
Gertie was on her way out the door with it in her mouth.
She's trying to get it. So she's a midwife. I don't know. Is she still with Ann Mitchell?
I don't know.
But
I haven't heard from either of them in a while.
New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, if that's the current state of events. And she was always so like mellow and chill.
Yeah, she was.
And so she has like two styles. Either this kind of like this like mod kind of like lovebird style kind of beads, or these kind of like alien pod beads. And her beads are so pretty.
They're very well done.
I used to drool over them. And she's so chill too.
Yeah.
And it's like, how you get so chill? And she's like, well, when somebody's pushing a life out of them, you kind of have to be that way.
Good point, I guess, huh?
I mean, she said it in a better way. But she's a midwife and would deliver babies.
AC 59, $22. Marion says Gertie has good taste in beads.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
They have their own little Harold collection. There's a little plastic box that has the big Harold beads in it, and the carved beads. And they try to open it, probably Tallulah.
Probably Tallulah.
This is Stephanie Delman.
AC 60, $60.
This is one of her Sea Life collection.
I love all the details when you really start to get in there.
This was a part of a bigger set. So I kept the little one, the coral reef, and there's a glass ring.
Can hear Gertie out there. Or Ida Bow, I don't know which one.
Oh, Gertie.
She just got blocked out. She's like, why? Give me the beads. Give me the beads, Dad.
And then she goes, like, her feelings are hurt. Oh, well.
AC 60, $60. Oh.
You know, though, Babette, she gave me a heart attack. Not literally, but so I used to sell these beads called Basha beads, and they were super expensive and super rare. And I used to sell those in my online store before Allegory Gallery was a thing. And so I was packing an order. I could not find these beads for the life of me. And she had stolen them and put them underneath the oven. And somehow I saw her she had a whole collection, and it was Basha beads and Choi beads, Bob Burkett, Candace Wakamoto. I was like, you have like $1,000 worth of beads under the oven.
That little girl.
And she would delight in it.
So this is from Andrew.
Correct.
Andrew did this.
If Barbara's still watching it, she's gonna get
flashback.
I did this. So this is working with mason stains, which I need to practice some more.
Yeah, you do. Keep up the practice before it goes away.
Graphite, so.
Marion says, I only have simple Stephanie beads.
Yeah, these ones, it's got layers and it's got sparkles, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So this is AC 61, $60 if you're interested in that necklace.
Yeah. That's an original. That's not copied.
That's not a copy. That's not a wooden one.
No. I think somebody got surprised that it was on wood. The other one.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the description said wood.
I know.
but oh well. So there's this little carved perfume bottle pendant. It comes with a pipette also, see it actually functions.
Yeah, and this is lapis, AC62, $20.
Those were really popular in Tucson a couple years ago. I feel like we brought those into the store and somebody bought them all. And I want to say they resold it in their store for double.
Could be. Could be.
Nowadays, I think I'm delirious.
I know.
Is anybody commenting on Instagram?
No, no one's saying anything there.
It's a quiet group, y'all.
It is a quiet group over there.
Either that or people just like watch for like 2 seconds and then close it.
I think that's like what it is. This up next is a Bumblebee Jasper pear.
Great for earrings.
Great for earrings. We've sold a few of these kind of pears before. They were really popular. This is the Bumblebee Jasper. It's flat on the back and slightly rounded on the front. Has the holes at the top.
Don't be eating this one.
Do not eat this. No, no, no.
If you're going to grind the powder and then lick it, then that's your own fault.
Yeah, don't do that. AC63, $21 for the pair. Great deal. Great pair on those. And they're approximately 12 by 39 millimeters.
And the hole goes side by side?
The hole goes side to side across the top. That was AC63, $21.
Oh, we're almost done.
We are almost done.
Stretch, y'all.
Whew. When we go to 70, looks like we're going to 70. Andrew likes those even numbers. I can't do 100. You got to finish the last 30 then. Andrew's got to get on camera and do it.
Nah.
What are these? What are these little things?
They're vintage German glass, and they're great for earrings.
These little Art Deco-y like things.
That's what I bought them for.
So
this is probably how much I paid for them also.
Only $4 for the pair. AC64 are these.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's it.
There's more colors, but I'm trying to find them. I went to my source and they're gone, long gone.
Long gone.
He laughed in my face. I have. He said, "Well, I said you gotta have a time machine. You want more? You gotta have a time machine." I was like, "Oh."
AC65. This is the black version of that. $4 for the pair. AC65.
So some of the faceting is a little wonkadoodle, but in like a handcrafted way. So it's not going to be like a machine because it's done by hand. Couldn't believe that.
It's a lot of work for $4.
And then painted by hand too. Did you see the gold luster?
Even more work for $4.
I know.
Andrew's giving you a good deal on these.
I know, because I was going to make these into earrings at the store, and they were not going to be $4.
No. And it takes you not so long to make earrings.
I know. So if they don't sell, then that's what's going to happen.
These are transparent red, AC66.
That would have been good for Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wow.
Too late now. Should have looked through our collection earlier.
Nah.
AC66, $4 for the transparent red pair. I bet people are going to grab these up.
If they're still watching.
These are we have 24 people out there on YouTube and Facebook. I don't know how many people are still watching out on Instagram.
It's like the mystery channel.
Yeah. No, we don't know if you're still there. We don't know if you're if you're real. But thank you for watching.
Hello.
Thank you, all you bots out there, for watching.
No, Barbara was watching.
No, Barbara was watching. We have real people out there. Friends at Lima Beads are watching. Kathy. We have these amber colored ones.
So do you know me?
AC67.
From back in the day.
Marianne says those would also be good for Valentine's Day.
Correct. Or Lupercalia.
Lupercalia.
Where they get naked with the wolf skins and then hit people with a bloody sheepskin.
I only know of that from the speech I had to do for the Friends Romans Countrymen. Talks about Lupercalia in there, I believe. I think that's the speech. I think that's the speech.
That then disappeared.
I had to. That's one of those ones I had to memorize.
I'm not good at memorizing. You know, I can't remember things like scripts or song lyrics, but if I can remember what people wore 30 years ago.
Yeah, you do.
And pull it out creepy style.
Cindy says, I'm really here between beating. Our Facebook people. Facebook peeps.
Cindy
Amador.
Hello.
Thanks for joining.
Who's a new person in the group? That Baubles and Blessings? Who's that?
I don't know. I just saw that come up when you were answering them today.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Then you're like, whoa.
Very responsive.
Very responsive this one time only.
Right. Just happened to catch me at 3 in the morning.
And I checked my phone. And I saw the notification pop up. Usually we have so many notifications that I just like as the ocean just washes over me. But that one time it hit me.
It hit you and you got to reply.
So the blue ones.
The blue ones, AC69, second next to last.
I think these would be so cute. With like a you remember I showed how to ball wire up to make head pins?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you balled the head pins and then you did both sides and then you hammered them flat, the little balls flat, and then drilled little holes and then put little rivets so that they would kind of swing. Wouldn't that be charming?
Yeah. It would be. Last one. AC70 white. These have the gold on the edges.
That's what I'm talking about. See that? On the tip, on the back. It's hand faceted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can test it and see if those little things will fit in the cupboard, in the glass cupboard for your pottery.
Oh, yeah, we can.
We got a china cabinet specifically for our artisan cups and for William's pottery, and then we don't use it because we lost one of the things.
We lost the pegs that hold the glass up.
But
and a little baggie of them.
I'm a little bit of a hoarder, so...
You found some more. We just have to see if they fit.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's it. That's the show. So if you were waiting till the end to see what you wanted, because there's such a weird mishmash of stuff, go claim. Go claim now. Yeah, I'm worn out. So thank you all for watching. We're going to go figure out what we're going to have for dinner. Because there's not much left in the cupboards.
Of course there is.
He's like, of course there is. And the stores are all closing. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in this week and helping us through this week. Yeah, it has been an emotional roller coaster of a week, of a past few weeks, few months, but past year, past 3 years. But thank you for all your good energy and for hanging out with us and just being in the AG Bead fam with us. We appreciate you. We love you all. And we hope you have a great weekend. And we'll see you back here. We should see you back here, we hope, Monday.
What's on Monday? Is Monday?
Oh, Monday's Christmas. We will not see you here on Monday.
Maybe.
On Christmas? Probably not. No one.
I'll be like, here, you can look at me paint.
Yeah. We'll be back Tuesday or Wednesday. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great one.
See ya.